if I plant a seed and it's not the right seed, if I plant an apple tree or whatever in the wintertime, I did right. I planted it in a correct soil. I watered it. It gets sunlight, everything. I did it out of season, out of time.
Yes.
So if I do the right thing in the wrong season, it won't bear fruit.
Yeah.
So
I could preach.
Yeah.
I could see, being a person that's just following God, I could see why he wants us to be modest, because what you attract, what you do is gonna attract like certain people. So it's like, how you gonna have all of this going on with you on the outside, and yet you're this sweet, kind person, or you're this person who wants a love relationship, and not to be sexualized. But it's kind of like you contradicting yourself, or you putting too much pressure on the next person not to sexualize you. You personally can look at somebody who don't have barely clothes on and not sexualize them, but that's your mindset. So it's not fair for you to get mad at other people for not having that mindset to not sexualize you.
Thanks.
And then be like, I can wear what I want to wear. You shouldn't sexualize me. You shouldn't No. However, if you don't want nobody to sexualize you, maybe you do need to look on the inside to see, like, what could I change in me to not get sexualized.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Be a Viking podcast. Today I got a good sister with me. Now, introduce yourself by name, age, and relationship status.
I'm Al-Shanae. I'm 24 and I'm single.
Okay. Now, that's an interesting name. Like, I don't think I ever heard nobody with that name. Like, okay. Yeah. We work with so
Thank you, Grandma.
Okay, so now, before we really jump into the topics, why you single? You choosing to be single, or you currently looking?
At first, I didn't want to be in a relationship. Like, I just wanted to chill and do what I wanted to do. But now I'm choosing to be single because I am on a journey of discovering myself and just understanding myself for real. And I just, after that, that's when I'll be ready for somebody. I feel like.
Now, what does choosing to be single look like? Because when I hear folks say it sounds like you just want to mingle around.
Right.
So what does your choosing to be single look like? Because it could be that you probably like, bro, I don't want to commit to one person right now. Mm-hmm. So I would rather you say, yeah, I just want to fool around, instead of saying, yeah, I commit to you.
Yeah, still go do something. Yeah. Well, I'll say, like, okay, just a background information.
Yeah.
My last relationship ended in 2019. Okay. And from then, I was just like, I wasn't focused on a relationship. Like, I was just wanting to do what I want to do. But my choosing to be single now is because, like, I don't want to let nobody in on me no more. Like, I don't want to give who I am to anybody right now, because I want to piece myself together. Like, I don't feel hurt?
Like, are you avoiding going through hell again?
Not even going through hell, because I know that it's a give or take type of situation in any relationship. But I want to be able to be whole enough to deal with it in a healthy way.
Okay, I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I'm not bringing on toxic things from the past onto somebody new. Okay. Like, I want to make sure that I have fully forgiven myself, fully forgiven other people without them even apologizing. Like, I just want to honestly be at peace by myself and be complete by myself, and actually let whoever comes in my life be an addition.
Okay, yeah, that's lit. So, what are you doing to work on it? Like, what are you doing to heal yourself and make sure you more proper for the next person?
Well, I understand you ain't supposed to tell people this, but I'm currently fasting right now. Okay. So
you're not supposed to tell people. I just fasted yesterday. I just told Nehemiah, like, before we recorded the last podcast. Yeah. I just told her, like, yeah, I just fasted yesterday. Damn, you're not supposed to say that.
It's not. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I don't have anything to refer to. Just be like Moses or Hebrews. This said you ain't supposed to, like, no. But I think it's more of it's just a personal thing. It's not something that you just go out and be like, I'm fasting, girl. I ain't gonna do that. It's just like you just wouldn't even put yourself in a position to where you would get tested like that. Like, because right now I'm fasting to the point of it's a Daniel's fast where you just eat fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even put myself in a position to go out to eat with somebody or go out to the club, and now I got to be like, no, I'm fasting.
Yeah.
Like to answer your question, what I'm doing is like I'm doing what I want to do, which is like going to the park, like just being by myself, you know, like thinking for myself, not being so influenced by what's going on around me, whether it's with people, whether it's with drugs, whether it's with alcohol and food, like just really having some alone time and being like with God, you know. And I feel like when you're only eating fruits and vegetables, that's like you're emptying yourself. So whatever, it's a spiritual emptying, but also a physical type of emptying where you're not just indulging in any and everything. So it's like you're in a sensitive position right now. You're in a vulnerable position, so where anything around you is what you could be potentially feeding into yourself. So it's like you want to be doing things like going to the park and reading your Bible and journaling and asking yourself questions and waiting on the Father to, you know, answer those questions. And you just put yourself in a position to where you're listening for that, and you're not somewhere where you're feeding your spirit music, like sexual music and drugs and you know, all that stuff, because you're in an empty position right now. Like you're in an empty stage. So whatever you're around, you're feeding yourself, and you don't want to feed yourself junk food. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you need to actually be feeding yourself from the spirit.
Okay. So. Now, I just told my girl the other day, like I told her, like, you got to study, like it's mandatory for you to study the science of food. Like, so how you just said, I'm going on this fast, and mean this fast, and mean that. Cool. Like, when I first got into fasting, I started educating myself about it. I'm like, okay, so it's just a clock. Like that's all our body is, a clock. So if you fast for 12 hours, you get this result. You fast for 24 hours, you get this result. 36 hours, this is a 72 hours. So I'm like, cool. Like, I'm like, okay, now it's making sense. I didn't know why folks fast. I'm like, bro, I thought of it at first it's just for fat people. Like, I'm not fat. I'm not fat. Why would I? Because I thought it automatically equate to losing weight. So I'm like, why the hell would I do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I told her, like, bro, it's very important to understand the signs of food, because say like a pig, for example, like folks know, I know the pig bad for you. You don't know why though. Yes. You don't, if you don't understand the why, then it's super likely that you will deviate against the rule, because eventually you're gonna be like, is no understanding behind the rules, so why would I keep following the rule? Like all us,
it don't have a deeper meaning. Like you don't have a deeper meaning to not do it. You just doing it because of health or because you want to get skinny or something.
That's all it is. Like you can look at the grown person as a product of what the baby is. So as a baby, if somebody tell you not to do something, just because they told you not to, that don't mean you will forever not do it. You might not do it when the disciplinary person is around you.
Right.
Cool. Eventually, we all get a little too curious, a little too creative in the head.
A little freedom.
Yeah, like we like, what will happen if I do this? Like, I used the example before of, let's say we got a house. And it's only one room our mama tell us not to go in. We see all the benefits we get from all the other rooms, like the kitchen. There's hella food in here, the juices. I love the kitchen. I love the garage because my basketball in there. I love this. I love that. I love my room, my game in here, my toys in here. I love the bathroom. I like chilling in the tub. So if you look at it, every single other room and all the benefits you get from it, you like, I wonder why mama telling me not going there. Shit, I'm just go in anyway. And eventually you just go in. So that's how we end with life. But if she told you, bro, behind this though, like if you come in here, you now get restricted of all the other rooms. You can never go back in the other room. And in this room, it ain't nothing but a black hole. You like, fuck their rule. Like,
Yeah.
like you ain't gotta explain no more. Like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, but now you gotta understand it. If she just told you don't go in it just because I said don't go in it, you're probably like, okay. Mom probably got all the snacks in there.
Exactly.
The better games in there. Like, my mama don't know what she's talking about. I'm just peeping around. So I told her, like, if we examine the pig, like, why don't you eat the pig? If we don't even exclude the physical health reasons, like we don't talk about the trichine worm, but it don't got pores, so it just keep all the toxins and fumes inside it and all that. If we don't speak about none of that, and we just speak about the nature of the pig, like if it ain't just a saying no more, if they literally proved you are what you eat. And we'll talk about that too with the science of food. If you are what you eat, look at what the pig is, because the pig greedy as hell. It's not an intelligent animal. Like some animals, like a horse, an owl, a dog. Like, bruh, these animals know what to eat and know what not to eat. Even if they starving, they know what not to eat. If this what the mob bosses used to do. That's why they had pig pens and why they murders never got caught. But they would feed the bodies to the pig. The pig would eat everything. The hair, the bones, the shoes, everything. So it's like,
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, like you eating an animal that's dumb as hell. Like it's just a greedy, nasty animal.
It's fat, dirty.
When it lives in the worst environments. Like a snake can bite a pig and the pig not get poisoned. What does that tell you? The reason you get poisoned is because the poison not already inside you. So the poison entering you is fucking you up. A pig so nasty that the venom from the snake don't even affect it. And if given the opportunity, the pig will eat the snake. So it's like this the type of animal. So imagine the pig just got poisoned by the snake. It didn't die. Later on, a butcher killed his pig. It don't have pores, so it don't let the toxins escape. So whatever got into this pig is still in this pig, and then you slice this pig up and eat it. So imagine like just the behavior traits of the pig. Like I said, it's so greedy, it's so stupid, it's nasty. You eat it, you think you finna be a clean, upright person,
knowledgeable person.
Like, what the hell? You eat dumb shit. You gonna be a dumb person. This is like if I take in dumb knowledge, I can't take in some stupid and export some intelligence.
Exactly.
Like,
and I'm gonna say this too to add on to like my fasting, because people have different reasons of why they fast.
Yeah.
And I'll say personally, I'm learning that my fasting is allowing me to have a stronger no. So I
like that. I like that.
Like eating any type of food you want. Like whether you are a healthy person, like just eating chicken or eating a salad with chicken. Like you can be a healthy person, but it's actually like a different type of determination. It's a different type of like focus to have to really just eat raw fruits and vegetables and nothing else. Like just drinking water. Like it's so many good things or things that you could like be like, well, I could just still do this, but it's just like it's helping me to say no, because I personally have a thing where like I struggle with people pleasing, or I struggle with honestly just being afraid of somebody not liking me no more because I said no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so considerate to the point where I'll think of how they feel with me making my decision instead of just thinking about what the hell I want. Yeah. So, and it's also bringing me closer to God.
I feel like it's a natural thing though to, like you said, people please, because as humans, we social creatures. Like we survive off one another. Like nobody is 100% independent, because the reason you even got here is from two people coming together and two people before that, and like the only reason you even here with the opportunities you have, the only reason we even in this building because other people built it. We didn't build this damn building. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be me.
Right. Well, I don't know how to put this damn mic together. So we are social because I was learning about some. It was a while ago, but they was explaining the social behaviors of humans, and they was explaining why we people please and stuff like that. Because they were saying back then, they was talking about loneliness. That's what it was about. They were saying back in the day when we was hunters and gatherers, the people who wasn't sociable died. Like, we think it's just because we just like being around people. That's true,
right.
But it's a survival trait within us now.
Exactly.
So it's like a adaptation gene within us to be sociable to survive. Because back then, if it was 100 of us in a group and it was time to hunt and gather, let's say, okay, you're a woman. You might not be as good of a physical hunter as Bruce over there. You know what I'm saying? So the more Bruces you around, heightens your chance of eating.
Of survival.
Yeah,
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So the people who were isolated and branched off died because you don't have a Bruce. So if you not a good hunter yourself, you don't eat meat. If you not, Bruce might not be a good planter and agricultural person. So he might not get fruits and berries and this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine, let's say Bruce had to climb a big ass tree to get the bananas down or whatever. And Bruce can't climb. If he suck ass at climbing, you see what I'm saying? Bruce not gonna survive. So the thought process they put together was the people who was in groups survived longer. So
a support system.
Yeah. So then they said the same thing with different type of stuff. Like the folks that survived in groups learn how to interact with a lot of different people. So when they come across a different tribe or whatever, they know how to communicate. They know what to say. They know how to get along. If you've been isolated for the last 10 years and it's just been you and your little 5 folks, when y'all come across a bigger group, y'all probably y'all got used to communicating amongst yourselves. But the way you communicate to them, they might take it as disrespect. This, that, and third. So that's the reason why we afraid of being alone. Because I had looked into that when I was depressed. I'm like, fool, why am I so attached? Like, why do I feel like I need to have somebody? And I'm like, gee, am I tripping? Then after learning about it, I'm like, okay, I'm not tripping. Like, this is within all of us. But just because it's within you don't mean you not supposed to have a grasp over it. Like,
and it's sorry to interrupt, but it's like a level to that of needing, those type of people around you, because you'll find yourself needing a romantic, type of attachment, or you'll find yourself needing just a social attachment to your friends or something like that. So it's like kind of like what you just said about knowing your grasp. It's like knowing, you got to know within yourself that like certain attachments isn't something that you need. It's something that makes you happy. It's just something, that you can want. But it's like you need a support group. You can't be by yourself because your brain is your biggest enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brain will lie to you faster than the next person. Like, and that's the first thing you're gonna hear. So if you hearing your own thoughts all the time, over and over and over and over, you begin to digest that and act in the thoughts. And that's not even saying that your thoughts are true. So it's like, you do need a good support system of even just friends or family. Like, it's not necessarily romance. And I feel like it's a big thing that our society now, or whatever, like, we put a lot of weight on romance and sex and like just somebody given to us in a way of pleasure instead of given to us in a way of feeding our brain or feeding like our spirit when we low. Like, that's why it really matters of who your support group is and like who you have around you, because when you have your times of loneliness or just like being in your head, you need somebody to talk life into you. You need somebody to redirect your train of thought.
And like a lot of times you just need somebody to remind you it's all right. Like,
exactly.
The sky ain't falling.
Exactly.
Like, that's what happened to me. Like, when I was going through whatever, I talked to a couple different brothers and they be like, "Fool, it's straight now." You don't want to hear that shit. Like, if the sky feel like it's falling to you, somebody telling you, "Gang, it's not that deep," damn near pisses you off. Like, because it makes you feel like they not taking your situation serious.
Exactly.
But hindsight, They was right.
Mm-hmm.
The sky wasn't falling. You know what I'm saying?
Now I say within that, it's like you need somebody to be like, nah, the sky not falling, but you also need somebody that has compassion to tell you that. Like, you need somebody to be able to relate to you, to be like, I understand you feel like this, I understand you feel like that. Because I'm the type of person, for example, like if somebody had a death in the family, somebody going through a breakup or something like that, I'm not the type of person to be like, you'll be okay, like to rush somebody's healing process.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that'll tell you, take that time.
I feel like I'm different, and I feel like it comes off as asshole-ish. But
like, you know this shit, nigga. You alright. Let that shit out, nigga.
It's like I don't. A lot of stuff is hard for me to sympathize with. Like some stuff is really hard. Like some stuff I know is taking a toll on you. Yeah. Other stuff I'm not gonna sympathize with you with. Yeah. Like
if it's, I'm kind of like that because I feel like if it's a solution, if I feel like whatever you telling me could have a solution, then yeah, I'm gonna just be like, I'm gonna be empathetic. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it is bad, but I ain't the type of person that want to hear you continue to complain, but not actually make your situation better. Yeah. So it's like I'm a solution-based person. However, I understand that when it comes to more of an emotional type of downfall, and it's something that you honestly got to pick yourself back up on. Like you just, because you can, like you said, you can hear everybody say the sky not falling, like it's, the world not ending, but it got to click in your head to be like.
I just said that last night. I swear. What was we talking about, bro? Because you just hit it on the head. I just word for word, bro. What did I? Okay, I know what we was talking about. We was talking about one of her friends. Like she was saying, like he going through a depression or whatever, and I can speak on that now. Nigga, I've been depressed. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So I was telling her, you can't save nobody, cause like if I got the solution to your problem and you depressed as hell, I can tell you the solution.
Exactly.
But you gotta just come out of this shit on your own time, because it's like, if I tell you, and okay, I'm gonna put it like this: everything has to happen in proper time. Yes. If I plant a seed and it's not the right seed, if I plant an apple tree or whatever in the wintertime, I did right. I planted it in a correct soil. I watered it. It's getting sunlight, everything. I did it out of season, out of time. Yes. So if I do the right thing in the wrong season, it won't bear fruit. Yeah. So I can preach. So I can tell, bro, the right thing. It's not on me, cause he gotta be ready to come out of that on his own. Like he gotta say, damn, nigga, I'm sick of being sad. Exactly. Like, I'm sick of waddling in my own space.
Some folks like that. Some folks want a sob story, and that's just what I can't do. I can't be around nobody that want a pity party, because it's like like I said, I think on all sides of something. So I can understand when you want to take your time to be sad. Like, yes. But don't portray it on other people, like continue, I'm so sad, I'm so da-da-da. Because now at this point, it's like, what are you going to do about it?
I feel like folks just, this is what I say about that. Because I was with somebody like that. Bro, folks, it's way easier to be a failure than it is to win. So, if a winner get attention, they get the publicity, and the loser gets sympathy, that's attention. Since it's harder to win and get the positive attention, they just say, I will continue to be a fucking loser and play the victim card and get my attention that way. Like, imagine I say, okay, imagine I just come up to you like, I like the way you look. I'm trying to get your number, try to take it out, speak I ain't have, or folks want to speak I ain't cool. You either gonna give me the yes or no. All right, cool. Imagine I come to you on some shit like, my dad just died. Da, 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 da. Yes, I will get your attention. But it's like, that sucker is it's hell. Like so it's like, I'm still giving you attention, but I ain't gonna lie, that ain't the way I'm trying to get attention. Like, I'd rather you look at me like, damn, like, bro, really standing on business. Like, I'd rather you like clown me like while I'm down, like, then oh, you okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight. Like, that's not the type of person I am, and I ain't speaking on everybody. Like, I know some people do need that, like, encouragement.
Exactly.
And I think I needed that at first.
Yeah.
Like when
and
I was
you can
down
just
and
tell
bad.
who actually looking for a good word and who looking for like somebody just pat them on the back. You can tell somebody who honestly needs it, like, because it's a natural thing that you don't have to think about, because the person will not. It's just something like, if you're in tune with yourself, you have a really good discerning spirit, I'll say, because not everybody can just see stuff on people,
Yeah.
But it say like, just we cool, we kick it, and I just see that you're not acting the same way, that you just because most people who are going through something and they actually need that word of encouragement don't really ask for it. They don't really just put their problems out there. They try to take it on for themselves. But at the same time, like I said, whatever going on in your mind gonna happen in your body. Yeah. So you can just tell that they got slumped shoulders. They holding their head down. They ain't making no eye contact with you. They, you know what I'm saying? Like they just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I personally know that I'm the type of person where I'm observant, so I can tell what's going on, and I'm in tune with who I am and what's going around me. So I can just be like, hey, lift your head, it's gonna be okay. And I'll offer myself to be like, I know it's hard for you to get out the bed by yourself, but I'll call you and say, hey, get up, let's go to the park. Hey, get up, get some sunshine. Hey, get up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to push you to do it, but at a point in time, just say a person who looking for just sorrow, looking for somebody to just kiss their ass all the time and stuff, like, I'm not gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna be there as your friend, but once I see that you just want to be in that, I gotta respect myself enough to let you choose when you actually ready to come up. Because I can't bring myself down with you. I can't bring myself down with you and just be sad with you, because I'm not sad. Thanks. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like you got like one, maybe two tries with me. Like, my girl just asked me that the other day, like, why don't you tell this person this or that person that? I'm like, for what? Like, I'm not even trying to be an asshole, but for what? Like, I'm not finna waste time out of my day explaining to them. Like, now keep in mind, I do love like everybody like equally. Like, man, you've never met before. If somebody come in here tweaking right now, like, I lay my life out for you as my sister. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, I did that like not too long ago. Like, my boy had a house party. A girl I never met this girl a day in my life. But she my sister friend. You see what I'm saying? I never seen her before. A dude I know was tweaking on the girl. I'm like, I'm trying to understand what's going on, but I'm like, I don't need too much understanding. I don't need her if she in the wrong. You trying to tweak this, not finna end well, because I'm gonna tweak on you, and we're gonna see who tweak the most. Yeah. So I'm talking about, we stopped the party. We're not going for none of that, and I never seen this girl a day in my life, and I'm still like, I make bro have to come with it. Like, he gonna have to take a life into her before I let you continue to, you feel me? Get on the girl. Like, if you don't tilt with her, cool. Get on tilt with me. Like, right. Let's see how this play out. So it's like, when folks show me once that they already didn't listen to the advice or guidance I put down, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not never saying nothing to you again. Like, if I tell you, hey, gang, like, drinking bad, you need to slow up on drinking, and I look back next week and you drinking the same, cool. Gee, I'm not
That's
finna,
your choice.
Yeah, Gee, I'm not finna bark at you about it. Like, I know you gonna die. I'm sure you know you gonna die. Exactly. You think I'm gonna keep preaching to you about how you gonna die? Right. Okay, I say what I said.
I can't care for you.
Yeah, like, I'm straight. Like, there's not no extra strain I'm finna put on myself. Life hard enough. Like, you trying to grow individually. You think I'm finna babysit you? Right. But I got other people it's mandatory. Like, I gotta worry about. Like, I got a nephew now. Okay. I got a girl. I got a little brother. Like, I got folks to make sure, make sure y'all doing what y'all do. Like, orchestrate everything while I'm still putting my shit in motion. You think I'm gonna babysit another grown man?
Right. Yeah. And then who has the potential to get mad at you because you want the best one? Okay.
What?
Okay.
Like, folks, you trying to offer them positive advice is you trying to belittle them or talk negatively about them. Bruh, if like folks think love is I let you do whatever you want to do. What? Fool, like if you see a baby playing with a knife, you will snatch the knife.
Exactly.
You said playing with scissors, you'll snatch the scissors. Why? Because you can identify he doing something that will hurt himself or herself. And out of the love you got for them, you would just snatch the shit from them by brute force. You won't be like, man, you please give it a knife.
Right.
You gonna snatch the shit from them. Cool. They will blame that on the love I got for the baby. Okay. If I see my girl doing something destructive, let's say she's smoking, drinking, eating the wrong foods, acting in the wrong ways. Since you can't force her physically, if I try to force her in every other way to stop this shit, somebody say, oh, you controlling, you wrong. Okay, let's say I am. Give me all the titles. Okay, cool.
Right.
But who loves their partner more? Me forcing my girl to not do shit that harm her? Or you saying, I love my girl so much, I'll let you do whatever you want, baby. What type of suck ass love is that? Like,
yeah.
I don't think there's love. Right. Like, what's your take on it?
Ooh, that is a deep ass question. I don't know how to answer that in one sentence. I feel okay. So love. I don't know. Love is give and take. Love is like, okay, just for the instance that we saying what like wanting better for the next person or whatever. I feel like love is allowing free will, but it's also letting them know like how much you care about what they are doing bad. Like love is wanting the best for somebody. Love is like, for instance, the smoking and stuff. I love you so much that I don't want you to smoke because I know X, Y, and Z are happening to you. However, I love you so much that I'm going to let you make your own decision. And I also love myself so much that if it's affecting me, I got to make a decision on if I still want to be with somebody who don't care about themselves or don't care to agree that, you know, like it's not good for you or something like that. That just shows how evenly yoked you are with somebody. Yeah. So I don't know how to really answer that for real, like what love is, because like love is different forms. It's like it's not one thing. It's not something that's just like this is what love is. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like love may look wrong. Love may look negative. Love is misunderstood because everybody has their own definition of what love is. And sometimes you don't have words for it. It's just actions. Love is an action. Yeah. Like love is wanting the best for somebody. Love is wanting the best for you. It's a two-way street type thing.
If I was to describe love, like if I was to give it a definition, I would say love is performing duties and obligations for somebody else. Like I feel like that's the smallest, easiest, compact way to put it. So if folks say God love you, we can all agree God take us all through hell. So if he loves us and he desire for life to be easier for us, why he taking us through hell? You know what I'm saying? So the simple answer is hell purify you.
Exactly.
So if, like you said, we got free will, I will like my girl to do the right things on her own, like eat healthy on your own. Since you're not there yet, this still don't mean I'm gonna allow you to do foolishness. Since you don't got to discipline yourself to do it on your own right now, I'm gonna make you do it right now. And after you get used to doing it by force, after you continue to increase in knowledge and understand the why, the reasoning behind everything, eventually you will gravitate to doing it on your own. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say you fasting now.
Man, stop taking my phone.
I'm sure you haven't fasted all your life. Right. Like, one day you woke up, you read about it, heard about it, like, I'm going to give it a try. The first time you probably tried, you probably fucked up. You probably broke the fast too early. All right, cool. Eventually, you got it down. Cool. Now, let's say if in December, you decided to start fasting for the first time. I won't be wrong for saying in January, I'm making you fast, even though you're not you're not committed to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's right. You know it's right. You just being undisciplined as hell.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to strip you from all food and force you to fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of just continue to live unhealthy, you're doing it by force. Okay, so now a couple months from now, after getting knowledge on it, you probably say, "Okay, I mess with this.
Yeah,
like this is straight." Because all the things we do on a regular was influenced by others to us, and that's the reason we dress the way we dress. Mm-hmm. That's why we listen to the music, the type of music we listen to, play the sports we play. Not because we just woke up with no previous knowledge and said, "Oh, I'm gonna pick this." No,
I'm gonna relate it to this. It's almost like your parents forcing you to do chores. At a point in time, it's like, why the fuck I gotta wash dishes? I don't want to wash dishes. Like, I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. But at a point in time, because you've been forced so long to do it, you uncomfortable in a dirty ass house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at, you come to somebody's house, they dishes not wash, you like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
you thankful for the skill to even know how to wash
come
dishes
on now.
like,
yes.
If they didn't enforce that on you, now you old as hell now. You live with your girl. She asked you to wash dishes, and now you got to go through an embarrassing
the fact that she even got to
teach me how to wash dishes?
Come on now, yeah.
Well, like, she gonna leave your ass. Don't
or even before you even got a girlfriend, you talking to somebody, you invite them over to your house, and your house dirty as hell.
What?
You think you finna get a girl?
And you relying on her to do all this, clean the dishes for you before she even committed to you? Like,
please, me?
What?
No.
So
and
like,
let me say this too right quick. That well, actually, you finished. Like I said,
nah, go ahead.
I wanted to piggyback off when you were like, God love you, so why did he take us through hell? To me, that just circle right back to a fast. It's like, I could be, to somebody else, I'm going through hell right now, not eating a cheeseburger, not eating shit. To me, I'm going through hell right now, not eating a cheeseburger. Yeah. But it's just like, that fire that you're going through, that pressure that you're going through is going to bring you out to be a diamond. Like, that you need that hardship because it teaches you to be such a more wholesome, complete person to make better decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, God loves you so much that he knows that he can't just give you candy all the time. Yeah. You're going to get a with cavity and shit like that. Like, he knows that he got to teach you to brush your damn teeth. Like, floss. You know what I'm saying? He got to teach you, like, to exercise, to go through the pain of your muscle being broken down, because when you come back, you're finna be like, you know what I'm saying? I got this. It's always, I live by, like, everything happens for a reason. I live by, like, you have to go through the bad to know the good. If you always going through good, you're not going to appreciate it.
Well, but I told, who was I doing a podcast with? I think a sister named Birdie. I was doing a podcast with her. And she was saying that, like, she disliked beta men, like, more of the weaker, I guess you would say, men. She was like, what the hell? Like, we don't even need them type of men. Now, I will 100% understand where she's coming from. But I challenged her on it to say, the weak dudes are needed. Like, the positive and negative are needed. Exactly. Because if you only have strong dudes, you don't know that they're tough. Like, because this is just the standard. Like, if this the only mic in existence, I don't know if this is a good mic or a bad mic. It's just the mic.
And frankly, I ain't even trying to, I don't care.
Like, whether it's a good or bad mic don't cross my mind if it's the only mic. It's just like, it's the mic.
That's all I have.
Now, when I have a different mic, now I have a base of comparison. So now I can say, damn, this mic do look better. This mic do sound better. So without the different options, you don't know what you're looking at. You don't know the value of the thing you got in your midst. So I'm like, let's take it, if you want to go biblical. It was a dude that was born blind. And they came to Jesus like, hey, guy, why he blind? Like, what did his mama do something to, like, make him blind? Like, did his daddy do something? Like, why is he blind? Cause like he just got born. Like
he just got it.
Like he was born blind. So they was like he couldn't have sinned, guy. He couldn't have did no wrong if he was born this way. So they was like, what? Is God unjust or what? Or did God know he was gonna see it in the future? Like, hey, what's going on? Jesus basically said, without him being born blind, you wouldn't know the power of God. Because if nobody was ever born blind, you would have no way to know if God can heal the blind. So somebody had to be born blind for you to know God
God's
able to
power,
heal it.
yes.
Like if nobody ever went through hell, you would never know how strong the God you believe in is.
Yes.
Now, I challenge folks on this because I'm like, I'm not into the mindset of like whatever you believe is okay. No. Believe what you believe, bring it to the table. I'm gonna bring what I believe to the table and challenge me on it. Like, if you can defeat me, cool. I got something to learn from you. If I can defeat you, you got something to learn from me. Like, I don't like all that, but nah, you should debate. How come? Like, if you believe the sky's blue and I believe the sky's orange, prove it, goddamn. Like, if you can't prove it, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So now I will give you people can't prove false stuff.
Right.
Now obviously your proof is not correct, but
you using it out of context most times.
Obviously, like you don't got it all the way. But let's say you say 1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
I say 1 + 1 is 8. I'm wrong, but if I got more knowledge than you in a way, I can formulate my words and I can persuade people better. Like, if I got all these explanations and theories and this, that, and the third proving 1 + 1 is 8, and you have no way to like articulate your words to get people to believe 1 + 1 is 2, even though you right, guess who they gonna believe? You know what I'm saying? So that's the way a lot of shit go. But I tell folks, bruh, if you could tell a type of tree by the fruit it bear, you can judge all of the previous things or the origin of things off of the current state of whatever it's producing. So if I say I believe God a woman, and you say you believe God a man, long story short, if I can keep getting better and better results out of life than you, hey, it's a good chance God might be a woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, or if I say God a parrot and you say he a cat, and you keep manifesting life in a way better than me, it's a chance both of us wrong. But the actions you doing gotta be more aligned with the true God if you able to keep manifesting reality. Because only God turned nothing to something. So if you doing the same thing, you gotta be reenacting the actions of God.
Right.
You
own to something.
Yeah, you own to something. Like, even if I 100% thought I was right, but I can't manifest shit. Maybe I should look over there like, hey, what type of God you said you believe
it's
in?
also even just as small as perspective. Because a lot of things, like, I don't even know, because I'm not a type of person to just be like always a yes or no, you're right, you're wrong. I could understand also that it's just like a agree to disagree, or just like when you say like the sky blue, sky orange, you might be colorblind. So when you look up, the sky is orange. You get what I'm saying?
Give me some. What the fuck? Hey, that was a good one, goddamn.
So it's like I'm like you, like I like to debate too, because I like to debate just to see how somebody think. I like to talk to people just to see how somebody think. I like to learn, and I just like to see how people's mind go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like sometimes yes, it's a yes or no, it's a right or wrong, and that's when you have to be receptive of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like from your perspective and from your teachings, this was right. So it's like, now you have to change your perspective. Now you have to look from a different point of view and see from that other person's point of view and be like, Okay, I do see that, and
Which
I
is
actually
difficult.
do agree with that now.
Yeah.
That I understand the why.
That's
You know?
hard, like especially like since I can't speak from a woman perspective, like especially as a dude, I will like I'm not giving folks a pass, but I will be understanding with them and saying it is difficult to like if you've been believing something
Yes.
for 21, 25, 30, 50 years
Yeah.
on this 51st year
Yeah.
for somebody to prove everything you've been believing in wrong.
Mhm.
It's difficult
That's a
for you
hard
to say,
pill.
hey, yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult for you to say, dang, I ain't never think of that. You right.
Mhm.
It's more likely that they're gonna be like just in denial and reject everything.
Cause now you done shook up their whole life. You know what I'm saying?
From their perspective, they built their whole life around these principles.
Yeah.
So you saying these principles is false, they not able to detach themselves from the principle because they know you didn't even invent these damn principles. Whatever you hold true to, somebody else told you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So even though these not even your principles, these just the principles you chose to adopt, they still can't differentiate that. They feel like you attacking the principles is you attacking them. So man, they like, hell, I die believing in the wrong thing before I switch it up. And to a certain extent, I don't want to justify them too much because that is wrong. But I understand it as far as it's in our nature. Like you as a black woman, me as a black man, to like want power. Like if it's in our nature to like be masters of the world around us, to be a master of something, you gotta have control and power over the shit in your environment. So like it's common sense for me to want to be the smartest, me to want to be the strongest, me to want to be the richest and the most handsome. What? Like why would I want anything? What?
Yeah.
I don't want anything less. So if one of the traits inside of me is to want to be the smartest, for somebody to tell me, hey guy, you wrong. There's a little pill to swallow. Yeah. But it's a part of being wise to acknowledge that. Like for you to never acknowledge that is to make you stupid, not wise. But like I said, I understand where folk coming from. Like if it's in your nature to want to be the supreme, well, I get it. You don't want to be told you wrong.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel you. Then they go into like folks with a woman like they woman like too argumentative or try to belittle them. That's why the dude are like being held like in his relationship because it's like it's in his nature to be a leader. Like
to dominate.
Yeah, that ain't some shit like folks just made up. Like that ain't no just saying like, oh, it's the man's job to be a leader. Nah, like that's within
the
him.
Position God put him in.
Yeah, so when he out of that position, he feel out of place. Like that, like you put a lion in the cage. Like this not his environment, gang. So something off. You feel me? Like,
and that's gonna cause them to act out of character
what?
Because they're out of their natural environment.
What? Like, bro, lions hunt. Like they bodies made for hunting. Like they teeth made for hunting. Like the way
these niggas can see in the dark.
What?
Come on now.
Like they I don't want to say colorblind, but that's basically what it is. They colorblind. Like they help them in their environment. The way they intestines and stuff set up is made for them to eat meat in chunks and this, that, and third. Like they made for this, cuz. So if you slicing their food up for them and throw it to like, that's not what they body made for, guys. So like you said, taking them out their environment change their actions. Now instead of being a lion, it's acting like a damn meerkat.
Come on now, you know what I'm saying?
Instead of your strong black man acting like a strong black man, he acting like some words I don't even want to say. You know what I'm saying? Then you blame it on.
Or he gets to the point where he feel like he gotta prove his strength, but it's being proved in a negative way.
What?
Like you feel like it's now turned into aggression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you feel challenged.
Facts.
So now it's just like you questioning yourself. You like, there's a reason this other person feel like they can talk to me like this. There's a reason this person feel like she can continue to argue with me, yell at me, and tell me what to do. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show her some type of way to show rebellion, to show her that whatever the fuck you saying don't matter, and I'm gonna still do what I want to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like the same thing go for women too. Like I don't want to discredit like women in this conversation, but then say like with domestic violence, like Again, I'm not giving a justification or a pass, but I'm giving an explanation.
Exactly.
So let's say a dude like beating on his girl or whatever. Okay, let's look deeper into it. And of course, I'm not speaking for every situation. Some niggas just sick in the head or whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me? But a lot of times, it's not that. Like a lot of times, it's something that sparked this. I don't know the numbers on it, but I can guess it's only a super small amount of time a dude was just sick in the head and beat on his girl out of that, because women can identify stuff well. So you would have peeped if he was sick in the head. You would have never got with him in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's a good chance. Ain't nothing wrong with bro. He just reached a certain level mentally and emotionally that it broke out in a wrong way. So let's say, all right, as black folks as a whole, we get oppressed. So this black man being oppressed economically, like in the society, in the civilization, his job belittle him. His boss might talk bad to him, might get into it with coworkers. So he been at this job 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and he been going through hell there. Okay, say his girl don't respect him, so he losing in the world, losing at the job, losing at home. His kids don't respect him. Cool. In every area of life, you feel like you being belittled. So the only way you feel like you can pull a win out is by doing something you know you can win it. Exactly. Physically fighting your girl. You see what I'm saying? So let's say she might be more articulate than you. She might be smarter than you. Or she probably can just talk louder and over you. So you can't win in conversation. You can't win in conversation. So you go to the only thing in life you at this point in time can win it. So now he gets to put their hands on it because he like, but I'm losing in every other area. I'm going to win somewhere. It's in his nature to want to be a winner. Like, it ain't in our nature to be a sorry loser. You see what I'm saying? So that's super frustrating. You see what I'm saying? Like how you said the line not being the line no more. That's frustrating to not be, like, you don't even know what you're supposed to be doing. Because let's say the lion was born in a cage, like since it was little, he don't necessarily know he's supposed to be in the jungle. He don't know how a jungle look, but he damn sure know this ain't it. So now he get the wild instinct. So this all it is. Just like they got instincts, cause we got instincts. Like we know we not supposed to be doing the shit we doing. We know we not supposed to be slaving in somebody else's job, building somebody else's dream, doing all this lame shit. So like I said, I don't want to make it sound like I'm advocating for domestic violence.
Cause niggas get beat too.
Facts. And a lot of times, like when folks go through hell, it's hard to see what you doing wrong in the situation. Exactly. So let's say if me and you in a relationship and you beating on me or whatever, it's easy to say, "Fool, she tweaking. She got anger problems." Da, da, da. Is that the case? It probably is, but like I said, it's probably a good chance I'm doing something to spark that. Now, it's a chance I'm not. Right. And you fucked up and you need to go get some help. But you need to work on it. I need to look within myself and say, damn, what can I do to try to change what's going on? You feel me? Now, this is what I did want to ask you. Let's say you're in a relationship. You and the other person are totally like disagreeing. What do you suggest y'all do to come together? Like you 100% on let's go left. I'm 100% on let's go right. What would you suggest?
I simply just ask reason.
Okay.
I am like I said, like I'm a type of person where I'll consider your point of view. I'm not so like one check minded that I don't think nobody else can be right. So it's like, if I'm just thinking this way, because I'm going to give you reason of why I think it's this way. And if you give me reason of why you think it's this way, I'm going to consider it. But it's just, we just got to talk it out. Yeah. Honestly, we just got to get to a point to where we agree, or if we agree to disagree type thing. And it's just like, we got to see, because it might be some type of way where we can find a middle lane. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say it's no middle ground at all. Let's say, I'm gonna make an example. Let's say we got a kid. I'm saying, let's get a kid away. I'm talking about this ain't no new kid, cause this kid like 5, 6. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, let's get a kid away, put the kid in the foster home, adoption, whatever. And you like, hell nah. Yeah. So let's say it's something like that. Like, it's no middle ground. Like, I'm totally in the wrong in your head. You totally in the wrong in my head. What can we do to?
And the goal is to stay together.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a hard one, bro. Because it's like it's levels to it. It's an onion of a situation because I'm the woman. I'm the one who carried the child. Yeah. I'm the one who I breastfed the child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, a man has their connection with their child. Like it's not that a man don't have like that's my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do something for my child, blah blah. But it's just like it's also a different level though for a woman because the woman has went through so much with that child from the beginning. So it's just like you telling me to give my child away. I gotta give you away. Like you have to go because why are we giving our child away? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why do we want to be in foster care? Like, or why do you want to put the child in foster care? It's like, I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to tell you why it's wrong or why I disagree on the child's perspective or on the child's end. I'm going to just tell you the child can foster care.
Nah,
the child could just be in so much more danger, I would feel like. And then I would ask you, are you willing to risk putting our child in danger out of our care because we trust ourselves? Yeah. We know the good and the protection that we can provide for our child. So it's like you are willing to give away your power and your control and your protection of your child and putting them in somebody's hands to where they won't even be taken care of how they need to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in my head, no. Okay. I'm not giving my child away.
This is why I asked it. Obviously, that's an extreme example.
Exactly.
But I asked that because oftentimes we don't know how to come to a mutual agreement if it's something we totally disagree on.
Oh, I asked, why do you want to give a child away?
Okay.
What benefit would you get from giving a child away? And if it's not a good benefit,
I say the answer to that question, how I would put it, is y'all need a third party y'all both agree on to be the mediator. So say me and the girl first get together, right? And I'ma just say I follow a dude named Lil Joe. Like, cool. I identified Lil Joe as a real, wise, honorable person.
Right.
Okay. So now when I first get with her, I'ma let it be known I follow Lil Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Joe is my mentor. Lil Joe is my guide. Like, the knowledge I get, like, you like how knowledgeable I am, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I got this from Lil Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, when we first get together, or probably not when we first get together, but along that time, I will let it be known this is the person that make decisions if I don't have an answer. So, I'll tell her, we're not going to stay together if you can't also submit to Lil Joe. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Lil Joe is God, but people got too many different interpretations on God. Exactly. Yeah, so we just going to stick with Lil Joe. I'm like, I submit to Lil Joe. Cool. Now, if obviously she got to educate herself on Lil Joe, just because I said her name, she not going to be like, yeah, I'll follow Lil Joe. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this got to be a process of her getting acquainted with this type of knowledge. But after she get it down, then I'm going to ask her, okay, do you think you can submit to Lil Joe? If she say, yeah, this is the deal. We gonna both, like when it come times of hardship or disagreement, and we can't see each other eye to eye, what we gonna do is go to Lil Joe.
Exactly.
So that's what I feel like the answer is. When y'all totally disagreeing with each other, y'all need a third party, a third person, however you want to put it, to be the mediator and give y'all the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, true. If I say blue and you say red, then Lil Joe say red, it's like, damn, I thought it was blue. Yeah, like, but if I say blue, you say red, Lil Joe say green, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so now through the green. I really need to learn my colors. What make green, yellow and purple,
and blue?
Blue. Okay. So let's say he say green.
Yellow and purple make brown.
Okay. Matter of fact, I like brown both. let's say he say brown, I say yellow, you say purple.
Yeah.
Now we can see, okay, in a sense, we was both right. Okay, man, I do understand where you was coming from. Mm-hmm. Like, you see what I was saying when I said this? Okay, now that I know the answer brown, I do see what you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the best way I handle it, because if not, we'll just get into an ego competition. Exactly. Like, man, you know I'm right. No, you was right last time. I listened to you last time. Like,
right, it's my turn to be right.
Oh, so I say anybody that only count on themselves isn't that wise. As far as, I'm not saying that you need other people, because I'll be the first one to advocate that, like, you your own superhero guy. Like, you gonna save you. Like, you don't need this, you don't need that. Like, gang, you straight. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you that up and down. Like, you can create a new planet if you need to. Like, I'm on that type of time. Right, like, you straight. But if we talk about community, we talk about environment, a man that is foolish is likely to keep his foolish thoughts to himself, because he know he foolish, so he don't express his beliefs unto a council of wise men, because he know they gonna correct him. So to avoid being corrected and to keep having the opportunity to live in my ignorance, like, a person won't come to somebody and say, "Is pork bad for me?" You see what I'm saying? Like, you will Google it yourself, see the answer clear as day. You see what I'm saying?
And still choose to,
like, a person that want to keep eating pork, they're not gonna go to nobody for guidance.
Right.
They gonna keep their thought to themselves so they can keep indulging in bullshit.
Exactly.
A person who is wise will express their thoughts unto a council of wise men and women and put themselves on the stand to be corrected. Like, that's a wise person.
Yeah. So a wise person, I feel like a wise person looks for knowledge.
Facts. Like, that's all it is. So I say, I don't want to go to Lil JoJo about my problems, like, because I don't want to be corrected. Like, I want to keep living in filth. A lot of folks do that. Like, so it's wise for you to identify somebody wise. Let that person dictate how she go. And obviously, like, there's a lot of, what's the word, trust you put in that person.
Yeah.
So you need to pick a good person, goddamn.
Right.
But if you identify a good person, like, do your thing. Don't let nobody else tell you, bro, you supposed to make your own decisions. You been making your own decisions. Look where you at.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You fat as hell, you broke as hell, you lonely as hell, your girl don't respect you, your kids don't respect you. Why would I listen to you? Cause I only want to listen to folks that's in a position I want to be in.
Yeah.
Now, okay, bam. That's how I say, like, we handle if we just
I feel
disagree.
like God created us for community. Like, He didn't create us to think on our own and to, like, now, like, in different perspectives and different contexts, yes, think on your own. However, it's in a wise man's, like, best, what's
interest.
The word? Yeah, to have a counsel, to have a second thought, if they just have so much doubt.
Like, you can look this up, because you right. I'm just giving you, because let's say if I was somebody to disagree with you, you need to have proof and evidence behind what you say to convince me. So you right. I'm just finna say something that add ammo to you being right. In the Bible, if anybody disagree with you on that, like, that you need a counsel to be the most wise. In the Bible, it says something like, a man who counsels himself is foolish, and a man that goes amongst counsels of other men is wise. I don't know what verse it is or nothing, but matter of fact, we can Google it right now to know I ain't tripping. I was just typing in a wise man counsel something in the Bible. Let me see. A wise man amongst counsel in the Bible. Okay, let's see what pop up. Man, understand should not to wise counsel. Okay, cool. So it's a couple different things. I ain't know it said it this many times. The first one, it just say 1-5. It's not telling me the book is in, but it say a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Okay. The second one, this will say Proverbs 12:15. The way of a fool, this is the one I was talking about. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but that hearken going to other folks, the one that goes unto other folks or unto a counsel is wise.
Yeah.
Then another one say Proverbs 19:20-21. Hear counsel and receive instruction. You're not making your own decision. Receive instruction.
Exactly.
And thou mayest be wise in thy latter end later on. So if I just want to do whatever, you think I'm gonna tell somebody? Hell no. Exactly. But if I really want to do what's right, I'm gonna ask folks. Like, just like in a relationship, if I want to treat you however the fuck I want to treat you, you think I'm gonna ask you how you want to be treated?
Exactly.
Fuck how you want to be treated. But if I really want to build a healthy relationship, I'm gonna sit you down. Like, okay, this is the way I feel like a relationship should go. This is how I feel like love should be demonstrated. How do you feel? Do you have any take on it, or are you just going with the flow? Like, do you agree with what I say? Do you disagree? You see what I'm saying? Like, if I really want to
asking love languages,
facts. Like, now, I thought love languages was bullshit at first, but after like talking to different girls, I'm like, okay, fool, everybody really don't think the same. Like, I'm thinking like, gee, everybody like want to just have some chill time, like not do too much. Cause I'm like a super, like, I'm just like, I don't gotta do too much. Like, we can sit in the house 100 days straight, and like, I don't even think nothing wrong going on. You know, but for the most part, females be like, no, cuz let's get out, like let's do something. You know? So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not against going out. This shit just don't pop in my head. I'm on some shit. I'm just trying to grab something to eat, come to the crib, chill. Like, I ain't really on too much.
But honestly, it's almost the same thing. It's just that they demonstrate in different ways. So it's like both of y'all are wanting quality time.
Yeah.
But it's just that in your personality, your quality time, you're okay with having quality time at home, whereas she's more of an active type of quality time. Like, she want to have memories with her quality time with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
then I was saying the other day, this was last night too. I was saying last night, me and my girl was talking. I'm like, I don't understand other folks' way of thinking. Like, I feel like my way of thinking is pretty simple. Like, I want to be healthy. I fast. I work out. I try to eat bullshit all the time. I stay eat bullshit, try not to eat it all the time.
Right.
Cool. That makes sense if I want to be healthy. I want to get paid. I read books. I invest my money. I don't spend money on stupid liabilities. Like, that just makes sense. The nigga life that don't make sense is the nigga that's broke and still showing out, taking all the girls out to eat. Like, people would look at my life and say, fool, like, I don't know how you live like that. No, I don't know how you live, goddamn. Like, my life is like common sense. My shit is pretty simple. I want a certain outcome. I identify. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want a certain outcome. I try to identify how I can reach the outcome. I try to reenact the steps. Who life is really hard here? Mine's or yours? You making life hard. So a lot of times I don't need. They go back to what we were saying earlier. Excuse me. I won't need correct folks because like the way you think is stupid. So what I look like telling a dumbass some smart stuff, I'm cool. Like there was some people's job, cause like Malcolm X, the most honorable Marcus Garvey, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Louis Farrakhan, or Huey P. Newton. Like that's y'all job. Y'all got the God-given ability to do so. Not to say I can't do it, cause let me tell you, I'm Superman. I can get up and fly through the roof right now. So not to say I can't do it, but I ain't gonna lie, I choose not to. Like, I'd rather build with somebody like yourself who already been building themselves. Then we can come together and build together, and it's equal. If you ain't been building yourself, you think I'm gonna put in the work for you to build you?
No.
Hell no.
No, because I'm technically not even done building myself. Like I'm not a type of person where I feel like all right, I reached it. It's always something better. I'm not a settler, you know. But just piggybacking off what you said when it comes to like, you think if you want to be healthy, you're gonna exercise. If you want to do that, you're gonna do that. That also, your foundation is your knowledge of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just aren't even at their mindset yet to just know like 1 + 1 is 2. If you want this, to do this. If you want that, to do that. Some people like the idea of being healthy. They like the idea of being active or being in nature or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they aspire to do that, but they gotta click in their head to be like, because the knowledge is there. They know that they gotta eat a salad to do that. They know that they gotta go to the gym to lose some weight, but it's just the fact that like, you have to want it for yourself, and some people are comfortable in their destruction.
What, like, bruh, a couple of episodes ago, we were saying why reality TV so like such a hit. Mm-hmm. If me and you find at home, then you turn on the TV and see other folks fighting and having drama, you feel at one with them.
Exactly.
Now, imagine you turned on the TV and seen a lot of positive stuff. Now you feel out of place.
Exactly.
Now it put accountability on you to get off your ass and say,
people don't like accountability.
What? Like, woo. They don't want to say, yeah, my life fucked up because of me. Mm-hmm. They would rather say, oh, it's the devil.
Them.
Yeah. Like, no. Like, it's not the devil, cuz. It's not your neighbor. It's not your great grandma. It's not, bro, none of that. No ghost hunting you. Mm-hmm. You lazy. You unintelligent. Mm-hmm. You not putting in the work. Your life fucked up.
That devil stuff. It really blew my mind when somebody, I can't even say like who I heard it from, because I heard it a couple times from different people. But God is omnipresent.
Yep.
The devil is not.
Yep.
The devil puts you through cycles.
Okay.
So it's up to you to break the cycle. The devil can only come and say like, and trigger something in you to make you get back on weed.
What?
To trigger something to make you not understand or not to see your worth, and make you be in this cycle and habit of choosing the wrong man. Facts. Until you decide to sit by yourself and say, this is what I want. This is what my boundaries are. This is what my foundation is. Yeah. Until you're able to do that, you'll never be able to break the cycle.
What, bro? So, I was having that same talk with a younger brother. Now, I don't fault him because he's still in high school. Right. I was just trying to build with him, see where his brain is, like have a little dialogue. He basically said that, bro, the devil make you do stuff. I said, okay, let's see about it.
Right.
So I'm like, what sins have you done in your life? And I'm like, if you don't feel comfortable saying something, I put my shit on the table. Like, I don't worry about niggas judging me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, what sins you done? He said some stuff. I said some stuff. I'm like, cool, let's look at the sins. Cool. One of the stuff he said was stealing. I'm like, okay. The devil made you steal. He said, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's look deeper into it. What did you steal? No, I ain't asking what did you steal. I said, so when you stole, you mean to tell me you didn't have no control over your limbs and your mind? Somebody else hopped in your fucking body, walked you to the thing, grabbed it, and walked out. Mm-hmm. Then after they eventually left your body, because they're not in your body right now, is it?
Right. You even steal them right now.
After they eventually left your body, you still chose to keep the stolen item there.
Come on now.
Did they jump back in your body to keep you from returning the stolen item? Like, all this, the devil made me do and shit is a very immature way to not take responsibility over your own life. Nobody made you do shit, fool. The devil didn't hop in your body. I will let you argue. The devil influenced you.
Exactly.
I'll let you get away with that. Not even get away with it. I agree with you on that. Yeah, the devil influenced you. You still chose to do it.
Exactly.
If God gave us free will, that means God don't even control our every move. So you mean to tell me the devil control? If you say God can't control you, I'm not gonna say can't. You say God chooses not to control you. Mm-hmm. But the devil can control you.
He got more power than God.
So you say the devil can whoop God's ass.
Come on, man.
So I'm like, we not finna sit here and have these conversations like, oh, your life fucked up, and you gonna blame it on this, blame it on that. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be the first to tell you the devil is the reason the world in the condition the way it's in. I'm not taking the blame off the devil at all. Like, no, let's not get it twisted. But I will say, if you got full control of yourself, the devil can't take control of you. The devil do manipulate us in a way where, let's say, if you have a child right now, I kill you, take the child, raise the child in a certain way. Now, when this child have a child, the offspring of that child will be fucked up because the teacher of that child taught it in fucked up ways. Is that the parent fault? No. It's my fault. I committed murder. I committed manipulation, deception, you feel me? Right. It's my fault. It's not the mother fault. It's not the child fault. Nobody's fault but the devil. So I'm not excusing that at all. Exactly. But we do have to come into understanding within ourselves to say, if we can identify our life fucked up, which all of us can, it's on us to, in one way, shape, or form, say, damn, like, something got to change. Now, like I said, this a touchy conversation because you will argue, well, how do that person know they're supposed to change, or is room or opportunity for change if they never seen nothing outside of what they currently see? Right. I agree with you. That's why I'm saying, like, the accountability not all on this. Exactly. But to a certain degree, at least a good percentage of us have to start taking accountability. Like, even if you born in a fucked up situation, like Frederick Douglass or something. Bro was born fucked up. Bro was born a slave. Bro became him. Yeah. He became him.
I'm gonna say this when it like that boy saying the devil controlled him, you know, stuff like that. Just to start from the beginning, you have to come into agreement within yourself before you make a decision. Right. So it's like God created us, right? And just like, it's just such a, to me, just kind of how you think it's a simple thing to me. Like, this is just how it is. The whole fruit getting ate. Now we live in a world in the sin and da da da. So it's human nature to make a bad decision. Honestly. It's human nature to not like really just make the best decision, because most times the best decision comes with sacrifice. Yeah. And not many people won't sacrifice accountability, responsibility, all that type of stuff, because it requires a muscle that you may not be ready to work out. So I'll say that, like, you have a thought already to steal, or you already have a want. I'll say this. You already have a want to have a diamond ring. You have a want because you're hungry. Yeah, I say you got the want to have the object. I won't say you have a want to steal. That's what I was getting to. You have the want of something, but you don't make the decision of, okay, so there's always two sides. Yeah. You know, there's a spiritual side that says two things. I want it. I ain't got no money, so I ain't gonna get it. Or I want it, so I'm gonna go get the money to get it. Yeah. Or you have a side, the negative side, that says, I want it, I'm gonna get it anyway I can. So it's like, it's not that the devil took control of you, honey bun. Yeah. He didn't. You agree with him to say, that's the right thing to do. That's what I'm gonna do. You agree with him to say, stealing is the right thing to do. Stealing will get me what I want. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Just as somebody can agree to say, all right, I made a wrong decision, I agree with you now to make the right decision. Yeah. Like, now, it's always a first like an inside agreement.
Folks will say, like, I'm not even gonna get into the conversation of who is the devil, what is the devil. Like, if you believe the devil is a red person with a pitchfork under the ground, yeah, I'm not finna. We not finna have that talk right now. Right. But I will try to get people to understand that the Tom and Jerry shit with a devil right here and an angel right here, gee, that shit real, like, within us, like
flesh versus spirit.
Yeah, like that's all it is. Yes. Like, everything is able to thrive from a positive and a negative. You can't have a battery with two positives or two negatives. The way that atom is made, is a
I was thinking that earlier when you were saying about just even beta men versus strong men. Yeah. That is what I thought about. I thought about chemistry. I thought about how, like, when you put two positive sides of a magnet together, it's going to go against.
Facts.
You need that positive and negative to make something stick.
Facts. Like
I really
now,
feel that.
if you got the atom and you take out the protons and you just leave the electrons and the neutrons, this is not an atom.
Exactly.
It's only electrons and neutrons.
Mm-hmm.
So if we agree that we need the positive and the negative needs to be controlled, because the negative needs to be present to show us what we need to work on. Mm-hmm. That too, yep. Mm-hmm. Like, say if you in a type situation where you only have the positive, if you were saying earlier, you don't know your strength because no adversity being tested against you. Exactly. So what I like to say is the Tom and Jerry, devil and angel stuff, it's like, bruh, within us, we got the devil. Mm-hmm. Within us, we got God. The devil, you could say, is the deceptive intelligence within us, the laziness, mm-hmm. the deception, this, that, the third, like the greed, right. The out of control lust. You can credit that to the devil part of you. Yeah. Then the higher part of you is the thirst for knowledge, mm-hmm. the ability to exert discipline and control and power. Like you fasting. The importance of fasting is you withstanding from some you absolutely need. Like mm-hmm. if I was staying from water, if I was staying from food, if I was staying from sex, the things that absolutely is essential for me to be here and stay here. Mm-hmm. If I can refrain from that from a day, 2 days, 3 days a week, you mean to tell me I can't stop smoking? Something I don't need? Yeah. Like to survive every day, mm-hmm. that I feel like got a hold on me, which it do for a lot of us. I won't like discredit that. Yeah. So if you can stop something you absolutely need, you can damn sure stop some you don't need. Mm-hmm. So to get back to the original point, like we got upright characteristics in us and we got more beast-like characteristics yes. in us, like that only thrive off the instinct, the inner moment, the appetite. Yeah. So then if we can identify, whether you want to say it's a physical devil under the ground, cool, but I'm sure all of us can agree to the point where it's a devil and God within us, mm-hmm. or angel or demon, however you want to put it, within us. And you choose which one you manifest.
Exactly. Which one you make stronger, which one you listen to. And I challenge you even on not even calling it like the devil and God inside you. You are your own being. Okay. You have flesh, or you have the natural want of a bad situation. And sometimes you're blessed enough to have a natural want of something good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just in you. How I like to think about it is you have, like the stealing, you have a fleshly want to do things that's not good for you sometimes. And the only thing that the devil can do is give you a thought. The only thing the devil can do is give you a influence or give you a suggestion. It's still within you. Because God is not, okay, don't take me the wrong way when I say this. God is not in you to the point where you just like know to only choose God. Just to know like this is the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to feed, or first off, you got to decide which side you want to feed, because God say you have flesh and you have spirit. There is a constant war in you of good and bad. So it's up to you to say which one you're going to listen to, which muscle you're going to work out, because like the devil is not, you can't blame the devil all the time. Facts. Sometimes the devil didn't even do what you did. Facts. The devil didn't even influence you. You just didn't even take the time to ask God what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you went off human nature. You went off your own understanding. Yeah. It wasn't even the devil's fault that time. The devil was like, hey, she wanted to do it. Yeah. Even though I still get some type of glory off of it, I still get my little piece off of it. She did it herself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have a devil to tell you, like, okay, I say, like, for instance, you have a devil to influence you, where you have that fleshly want to experience sex. But it ain't until, like, after that first influence of the devil to say, here goes somebody, like he'll give you somebody to be like a sexual person, a person that'll put you into that. And you can blame the devil that first time of like having sex with somebody, and it's like, okay. But after that, it's you choosing it. It's you saying, I like it so much, I'm gonna keep doing it. But then it can also be you to be like God will influence you too. God will show you somebody that's been a virgin, or somebody who was sexual and now they're abstinent, and all the blessings that they're getting from that. So it's just like, now that you do see both sides, and now that you've experienced both sides, now it's still up to you to choose. I want this for myself. I want that for myself. Like,
say if somebody dealing with the thought process of how God work or whatever, like I ask, okay, what is the reason God gave us free will? Other stuff don't got free will.
Right.
A lion can wake up one day and decide to be a zebra. Like a tree can wake up one day and decide to act like a bush. You know what I'm saying? Like apple tree can't even decide to be a damn banana tree. Even though both of them trees. You know what I'm saying? So we are the only people that can say, okay, today I want to act like a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are the only people
today
to
I'm
say,
a girl.
Yeah. Like, we the only people to say, all right, today I'm acting like a bird. Invent a goddamn airplane. You see what I'm saying? Like, we the only people that got complete free will.
Yeah.
So why? Like that's what I be asking people.
Nah,
say your answer first, then I'm gonna say my answer.
Okay. I feel like God gave us free will because He don't want just think of it as yourself. Would you want somebody that you know you forcing to love you? Would you want somebody that you know like they really don't want to be here?
Yeah. Because
in a way, they're gonna show you that they don't want to be here. Yeah. They're gonna rebel. They're gonna do something. Like, it's not the same to have somebody. It's not the same to tell a motherfucker like, go get me some flowers. I like flowers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then it's such a better feeling for you to just say, them flowers are so cute. 2 days later, he come up with some flowers.
Yeah.
So it's like, which type of love would you want? Would you want a forced love personally? Or would you want somebody who love you so much that they going to take sacrifice for you? They going to spend their money on you. They going to do something that you don't have to ask for.
Now, I agree with you because I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna just push back just for the sake of if we were to just be disagreeing. You see what I'm saying? A person that wants to disagree with you would say, but if it's God and He have control over all things and the creator of all things, He would make you in a way where you know nothing else but the submission to God. You know, so you don't have an option whether to get flowers or not. It's innate inside of you to get flowers every day, and you don't know other option. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not an option for the tiger to be a vegetarian. It's within him to do that. He has no option. You see what I'm saying? So somebody could say, well, God could have made you in a way where you know no other, you're not even susceptible to no other knowledge other than the submission to God. Now, I say my answer to it is the reason God gave us free will is to make us Him. Not in the sense where we literally go create the whole heavens and the earth, but to make us gods with a little g. Not the God, but to make us some God.
We got to think about it, bro. We came from God. So what else are we?
Now, I would say if God made us in His image and likeness, we look like Him, we act like Him. In order for us to act like Him, nothing has control over God. God is the creator and the controller of all things. So if nothing has control over God and He wants us to be like Him in His image and likeness, why would He control us? You see what I'm saying? Like, He was like, hey, I got in a position I'm in today.
I gave you power, so why would I?
Like, he like, brother, the way I got in my position is by controlling everything. Is by becoming a master over everything. Over everything. Nothing has power over me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the best. I'm the greatest in the universe. I want you to be the greatest.
Right.
So I'm not going to have power over you because that's not how I came into position. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. If a dog has sex with a dog, what's going to produce? A puppy. Cool. So when a dog created an offspring, it's another dog. So if God created an offspring, what are we?
Exactly.
Now, some folks don't even want to get into the conversation. Cool. So we just stick to the basic premise of it. Okay. So if dog A, the parent dog, no, it became the toughest, most vicious, like best courageous dog off having a couple fights with some other dogs.
Right.
Running away from home a couple times, got lost. Now I got a sense of direction because I know how to find itself back. Then got lost again some times before that, and I had to scavenge for his own food. Right. Now it's independent enough to like eat and survive.
Lost a couple battles to know tactics of how to win.
Facts. Yeah. It went through all this hell to become him.
Yeah.
Now when they have a kid, they gonna take the kid purposely. They gonna make the kid get into some dog fights. Like they gonna take the kid through a series of hell and just leave the kid. Yeah. Matter of fact, I say they gonna lead a reward up to the kid because they know what path this gonna take. So they not even gonna lead you to the reward. They gonna expect you to find a reward yourself because they like, gee, on this path, if you keep going, you will run into a tree eventually. Go down the path I took you. So it'll be wise for the parent dog to say, I'm gonna purposely put you in some fights. I'm gonna purposely kick you out and make you get lost. All of this for your greater good. Like, cause I know what it did to me. You doing the same actions, go do the same thing for you. So it's almost not even almost. It's a sense of God gave us free will to be gods. You know what I'm saying? He gave us free will to be him, to reenact him. Obviously,
to see the power that he gave
facts.
us.
Obviously in a smaller way. Right. I'm not finna go create a son or a style of playing out. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't finna do that. But I can create a world around me. Exactly. I can't create a whole world. I can create my world. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if the little dog see the big dog doing great things, the little dog not strong enough to do the big dog stuff yet.
Yeah.
Say the big dog can jump from the floor to the counter. The baby can't goddamn do that. But the baby can jump from the street to the sidewalk. Right. Like he can do something like the big dog. So it's like if God could create a whole world, you can do something like the big God. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna add to this too, like God allows us to have free will to see his glory. He allows us to make good and bad decisions to see that he does want the best for us, because it almost goes back to how we said, damn, I'm losing my train of thought. We had just said, like, you keep on getting good, you don't value the good. Facts. You keep on getting something or forced to see this result, you don't know how it could go wrong. You Facts. Don't know how it could go right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I could just assume that God gave us free will to see like this. He wants the best for us. Yeah. To see that, because you would think like just as a child when your parents first forcing you to wash dishes. Yeah. You damn looking at your parents like, why you want this is like, bad for me. Like
slavery.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You looking at it negative, you know what I'm saying? You don't see how it's good for you, you know? So it's like God wants us to see. He wants us, not that he wants us to choose a bad decision, but he understands that sometimes we'll choose a bad decision, and that's why he's there. Yeah. That's why he's there to give you that gut feeling of maybe I should do this. And then when you do that, now you reap a reward. You know, now you feel closer to God. Now you understand yourself better. Like he wants you to see his glory. He made this person blind so Jesus can come down and heal the blind so you can see this is who I am. Yeah. I want you to see. I don't want to force you to see how good I am. I want you to want to see how good I am.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't want to force nobody to like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, you just don't want to force it like that. Like, you want somebody. I don't want to go and put a gun up to this man's head and be like, have sex with me, love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, find me attractive. You want somebody to have their own interest in you.
Thanks.
You want somebody to be like, I saw you from across the street and I seen and I want no. Like, it's a stronger relationship down there.
Yeah.
Because like, if I'm forcing you to do something, you doing it out of obedience, or you doing it out of maybe even just a negative, response. Like, you're gonna get whooped for it or something like that, like a dictatorship. You're not doing it because you want to. You're not doing it wholeheartedly. You're not doing it with genuine love. You're doing it because you have to.
Facts.
So God wants real love.
Yeah. Then it's like a lot of times, like, I'm a Muslim. Mm-hmm. Like, you a Christian?
I don't like to say I'm Christian.
Okay.
I don't have a label.
Okay.
I believe in God. I believe in the Trinity.
Yeah.
I believe in the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the world brings a definition to Christianity that I don't agree with.
Now, I was going to say, whether we both own the same thing, whether we both different, a lot of times people get hung up on the differences. Like, if we go like on a certain topic, I'm sure if me and you go over 100 topics right now, at least one or two we're going to disagree on. You see what I'm saying? But the problem folks have, which I don't understand, they would rather create conflict than collaborate. So if let's say it's even, it's 50 things we disagree on, 50 things we agree on. Mm-hmm. People would rather try to prove each other wrong, see where we disagree at, than just say, "God, we'll worry about our disagreements later." Mm-hmm. You in a fucked up position, I'm in a fucked up position. Let's use what we agree on to build each other up. And after we get out of survival mode and we on a comfortable level, then let's politic about, hey, guy, like, why you think this right? Like, this why I think that right. Like, and if we agree to disagree, who gives a damn? At the end of the day, we helped each other get to a higher plane. That's all it's about.
I feel like damn near that labels have been created to have a hierarchy of power, just to show like who's smarter than the next person, who's stronger than the next person. Not necessary to. I feel like labels have been made to make sure that we do see the differences before we see the similarities. Nice. So I didn't
think about that one before. I knew it was because the vision, but you just hit it on the head. The labels is so we can see the differences first. Ooh, that was good.
That is good. Now that you said
that was good. Because like, I knew it was to create division and create confusion. I knew that part. But to put it on a simple term, like if you got a name tag and it say Christian and mine say Muslim, I see that first before I know about
naturally.
You.
Exactly. What? So it's like, I'm going to say this. I say I'm Christian, right? You Muslim.
Yeah.
However, focusing on the similarity, if you Christian and you going by the Bible practices modesty.
Thanks.
But yet, people want to say it's only Muslim women who cover their head and only not show this and not show that and blah, blah, blah. And Christians all of a sudden have this freedom to show their hair, to have their titties out, to do this, to do that. But yet, if you truly just go by what God say, that's why I don't like to say I'm Christian or I'm this, I'm that. And honestly, if you want to put a label on it, I might be Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't personally put so much pressure on the label. I put pressure on myself to do what I feel like God is telling me to do. Like, it's going to naturally, because I personally, like, just for example, I'm kind of seeing why modesty in a woman, why I would want to be modest in my dressing. Because like, this preacher, they was trying to attack this preacher. I don't even know his name, but I just saw it on Instagram. On the stance of like a man attacking a woman because of what she have on, and the woman was arguing like, is it her fault? Is it her fault because she got this on? Da da da. And the man he never said it was her fault. People so quick to just be like, who fault it is, who wrong, who right. It's never like that most times. It's the fact that like You have the choice to wear what you want to wear and expose what you want to expose on yourself. However, you don't have the control over the next person's choices of how they view you.
Bruh,
because a respectable man can still respect you even though you got your stuff out.
Yeah.
But a man who still just don't have respect for no woman, whether she got clothes on or not, gonna really, you know what I'm saying?
Like folks try to say,
try
to play them victim cards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it simply like this: if I walk around the city of Memphis with 100,000 in my hands like this, just walking down the street,
right?
What time is it? At 6 o'clock in the evening. If I walk around with 100,000 like that and I get robbed, who is at fault of me getting robbed?
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
You can blame the robber all you want. Am I saying it's okay to rob people? Fuck no.
Right.
The robber ain't wrong too.
Mm-hmm.
I also play a part in me getting robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So let's say, like I said, domestic violence earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay on the abuser to abuse the victim? No. Should the victim also look within themselves to make sure, because it might not be nothing they doing, but they should look at themselves to make sure it's not nothing that they did that sparked this out of this person.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl get sexualized, if a girl get disrespected or mistreated or anything negative happens to this girl, she should also look within herself to make sure nothing she did helped add gas to the fire, add fuel to the fire in this situation. Like I said, is it my fault that I got robbed? Yes. Is it the robber fault too? Like, is he fucked up in the head? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, actually, I'll challenge you on that. It's not your fault you got robbed, but it wasn't wise of you to show everything you had.
I would say, like, this why I say it's my fault to get robbed. Like, if I didn't have the money on me, could he still have robbed me? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because he could have pulled up with a gun. He could have stuck me up. I'm not saying he couldn't have stuck me up. Could he have robbed me? No. To rob me, now, what's the likelihood somebody gonna rob the clothes off your body? That's not how robbers do. Like, folks try to have these conversations to where it's unrealistic now.
Right.
A robber not finna rob you, see you don't got nothing on you and say, okay, script, get naked. I'm gonna take your shoes. I mean, he might take your shoes, but
if that's what you want,
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna take your pants and I'm gonna take your shirt.
Yeah,
they don't have it, gang. Like, he try to get some bread or something he can sell. Like, cool. So if we say, nah, VT, it wasn't your fault that you got robbed. Like, but the world just so bad. No, like, you trying to take accountability off me. This a growing moment. This a learning moment for me. Next time I need to know not to walk out the house with $100 goddamn.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we saying the same thing.
Yeah. Did I invite him to come rob me? Did I put a come rob me sign on me? Of course not.
Right.
But I have to take accountability to say, if I wasn't walking around showing all this money, he probably would have never grabbed his pole. Like, he probably was just on the way home from the grocery store and he seen me with 100,000. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I had the 100,000 on my card, he can't see it. He robbed me, took the card. There's some, like, you can take the accountability off me for that because I already took the precautionary steps to minimize the risk of me getting robbed.
Right.
But if I do anything that causes attention to the robbers, why would I complain about getting robbed? Shut the fuck up and bite the bullet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and one thing too, I wanna, cause people listening, I could hear somebody thinking negative or not really seeing what you're saying when it comes to domestic abuse type thing.
Yeah.
As a person who went through domestic violence, it's like, when you say, just to clarify to other people, when he's saying that the person got to look into themselves, I'm going to give an example. Because at first I was thinking, I was like, there's never a time where a person should look at themselves and see why they getting the fuck beat up.
Yeah.
But that's because I went through that. And I was actually somebody who didn't do nothing. And the person was just mad.
Yeah.
And they got their own shit going on. And I just was the person that took it out.
Yeah.
So I would say, for an example of in domestic abuse, if you're a woman hitting on a man, then he decides to beat on your ass, that's when it's like you got to look within yourself. Or if you're a person who's attacking somebody verbally, no, they don't give the right to put their hands on you, but you're not also calming nobody down from
you
not
damn sure ain't helping it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you're not actually doing anything to avoid it. So it's like, yeah, you do need to look within yourself. However, them the only two things I can think about in a domestic violence situation.
Yeah,
but in most other situations, like you still do need to look at yourself to how the bad that's coming to you. What are you doing to avoid the bad?
Yeah, I can't think of nothing else that would basically invite somebody to be physical, like you said, verbally. Because I ain't gonna lie, it ain't too much things sharper than a black woman's tongue, boy. So
not a woman's tongue. Like it don't matter what race. I ain't gonna lie. A woman's tongue, because like men are right sometimes when they don't want to be vulnerable with a woman because they've experienced a woman using it against them. Yeah. Because women kind of know their power of what they say to a man to break him down. But at the same time, I don't feel like there should be a man's like way of living to never be vulnerable because this happened to them that one time. And but I want to, before we get into that, because I know you're going to get into that, I want to get back on the dress and modest thing, because it's like
we'll wrap it up on this. I ain't even gonna get into the thing. Like we'll wrap it up on modesty.
But it's like just getting back on how we was talking about like Christianity versus Muslim and stuff. I could see, being a person that's just following God, I could see why he wants us to be modest, because what you attract, what you do is gonna attract like certain people. So it's like, how you gonna have all of this going on with you on the outside, and yet you're this sweet, kind person, or you're this person who wants a love relationship, and not to be sexualized. But it's kind of like you contradicting yourself, or you putting too much pressure on the next person not to sexualize you. You personally can look at somebody who don't have barely clothes on and not sexualize them, but that's your mindset. So it's not fair for you to get mad at other people for not having that mindset to not sexualize you. Thanks. And then be like, I can wear what I want to wear. You shouldn't sexualize me. You shouldn't No. However, if you don't want nobody to sexualize you, maybe you do need to look on the inside to see, like, what could I change in me to not get sexualized? You can't, or have that understanding that I possibly will get sexualized, but I have to have this type of thinking to it. Like, I can't play victim to what I'm choosing to do.
Well, it's like that's all it be. Folks want to continue to do bullshit, don't take accountability for it, and blame the world that the bullshit happening to them. Like, ooh, bro, if we have more time, I go. Man, now look, y'all, we gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I hope y'all enjoyed the amazing conversations. And bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still in the the labels for the Christianity. I'm still in it now. Let them know where they can find you on any social media platforms, wherever you be at. And if you got anything else, whether it's a last word or it's a business to promote, whatever else you want to add, we'll wrap it up on it.
Okay. Like I said, I'm Alshanae. I'm also a model. So you can find me on Instagram at j.alshanae, ALSHERNAE. And most of my social media accounts are just around that name, j.alshanae. So, like, if you want to work with me with podcasts, work with me on modeling, or working with me with creative directing, like, I'm really into artsy, visionary type of stuff. I'm realizing within myself, I like to do short films. Okay. So, I'm down for all of that type of stuff.
Okay. Man, y'all know where to find her. Y'all know where to get at her. Y'all like whatever she said today, man, go hit the follow button. Go support her. Go let her know it's love. And I'll holler at y'all on the next episode of the Don't Be a Viking Podcast. Just search Ski.
What made you want to start doing this?
Like 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I went through a super bad breakup. Like, I'm talking about horrible. Yeah. So after that was the first time I thought I was invincible. I thought I couldn't even get depressed. That was the first time I went through depression. I'm like, God damn, this feel like. Right.